If this video doesn't answer their questions about the Wrath of the Sub-Zero Scorcher, then I don't know what will. And perfect. What perfect? Oh, hey Neely. I'm working on a couple pictures of Blaze16J and Tigro21. By the way, how's Narrow Bubble? Well, why don't you ask him himself?
Hey, Cryoflare! I'm all better now!
So, Cryoflare, wasn't there something you were going to explain to us once Arrow Bubble got better?
Are we gonna do arts and crafts? Ooh, or maybe a puppet show?
No and no, Arrow Bubble. I'm going to explain to you and Neoleaf the machinima I've got planned. But first, I think I'll explain exactly what Wrath of the Sub-Zero Scorcher is.
Why are you gonna do that?
Well, because the characters I have planned for being in Wrath of the Sub-Zero Scorcher are kind of questioning what Wrath of the Sub-Zero Scorcher is. And to save the trouble of completely explaining it over and over again and typing it down, I think it would be best if I explain it all in this video. Or as much as I can, anyway. Good idea. Well, why don't we start from what we know so far?
We already know that the characters are brawlified YouTubers.
But what you don't know is that it takes place on, I'm thinking either another planet, or maybe perhaps a hidden continent on the planet Earth. I kinda like that hidden continent one.
Me too. I wonder if it's Atlantis.
I doubt it, Arrow Bubble. It's probably gonna be a continent with a name deriving it from the Smash Brothers series, like Smashtopia, or Brawltopia, or I don't know. I can't think of anything right now.
And why not let the others give it a name? After all, they're gonna be a part of it, so why not let them pick out or think of a name for this continent?
Why didn't I think of that? Anywho, and on this certain continent, almost every living thing has either special abilities or superpowers, like blasting rays from their hands, shooting fire from their mouths, you name it. I'll bet a lot of them are born with their powers at birth.
Or maybe they get them from some unknown forces.
All that plus the fact that some of them would have received their powers and or abilities from being experimented on. True, but that kinda sounds like something meant for supervillains.
Hey, don't forget about those anti-heroes.
And you could say that one of the characters in Wrath of the Sub-Zero Scorcher is an anti-hero that's leaning more towards the villain side. And can you guess who that is? Me!
You? You mean you're the villainous anti-hero that's in Wrath of the Sub-Zero Scorcher?
With a name like that, it's not surprising that you would be in it as the villain, or villainous anti-hero as it is. And just so everybody knows, this will not be a machinima, but instead it'll be more like a comic being uploaded onto my DeviantArt account. Seeing as how you still don't know how to machinimate, it kinda does make sense.
So why are you like that in that little comic?
Well, here goes. A group of Lucario was captured by some strange men and taken to a lab, where they were subjected to deadly experiments, and all of them didn't make it. One of them tried to escape, a female Lucario, but she didn't make it. Only one survived. One Lucario that was growing an absolute hatred for the humans that were doing this to his people, to his family, to his friends, to his loved ones. So, guess what? He survived the experiment. And he decided to take his wrath out on the scientists who did this to him and his people.
And let me guess, because of his hatred to the scientists, he also started to grow a hatred to the humans. Huh. Sounds like something someone's heard of before, yes? Something interesting. I kinda like it.
If that were to happen to me, I'd probably have an absolute hatred to humans too. So, by the way, can you give us a little sneak peek of what's kinda to come for the Wrath of the Sub-Zero Scorcher?
Better yet, I think I'll give you one of the lines I'm planning on including in Wrath of the Sub-Zero Scorcher. A line that I say in it. Okay, here we go. You humans all make me sick. All you do is bring destruction to all animals across this world. I swear, by those who have fallen before me, I will bring the human race to extinction! So how did you like that?
I think I wet myself.
It could use a little tweaking, but not bad. Not bad at all. Still could use a little tweaking, though.
Agreed. And the others try to basically stop me. And, oh, here's something else you should know. I'm not actually the real villain. The real villain will be shown in time.
This sounds like it's getting very, very interesting.
Agreed. Now we get to move on to that little machinima you've been planning.
That's right. Now, the machinima I've got planned is called Soul of Destiny. But it looks like there's something that already has that name, so I'm probably gonna have to change it. I'm still gonna keep the Of Destiny part, cause in a way it sounds kinda cool.
Sounds interesting.
So tell us the basic story plan that you've got so far.
Very well then. Now, this machinima takes place on a distant planet called Terra Neon. Now, this really starts about 50 years ago, where the world's greatest scientists were working on a chemical that would give humans enhanced abilities, similar to those of animals. However, due to an unexpected explosion, the chemical was spread across half the globe, affecting many of the animals, turning into animal sapiens. Basically half human and half animals. It did give a couple humans some unusual abilities, however. And for a time, the animal sapiens and humans were against each other. But soon, they were at peace.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
So, what happens next? Or rather, what happened next, since this would basically be taking 50 years ago?
Well, many of the other creatures didn't really like the idea of living together with the humans. Mainly the dragons. Because, you know, the whole human usually taking down a dragon thing. And so the dragons decided to wage war against the humans and any animal sapiens that sided with the humans. So many of the animal sapiens had then sided with the dragons, while many animal sapiens did indeed stay with the humans. And since then, many great conflicts have been made since then, as well as lives being taken away.
That sounds absolutely horrible.
Oh, there's got to be something good coming up to help them.
There is a young boy from the animal sapiens side. A young boy who has great potential. A young boy whose future of Terra Neon lies completely in his paws. A young boy, or young man I should say, named Leon Foxjackal.
Sounds very different from all those other machinimas out there. Huh, you could just start something. Maybe.
You don't know how to machinima, but you've already got your machinima planned out, in a way. Huh. And it sounds like a pretty good one to me.
And for time's sake, I think it would be best to talk about the characters some other time, like during an audition video. So in the meantime, this machinima will have to stay on the machinima shelf. And in the meantime, Arrow Bubble, get ready for a serious beating for that Hyperraptor production thing you did.
Uh-oh! Run away!
Get back here, you low shell twerp!
Man, where's the bag of buttered popcorn when you need it? Well, on behalf of Cryoflare, Air Bubble, and myself, we thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry if it was a little boring for you at times, but at least you finally understand what Wrath of the Sub-Zero Scorcher is. And you got to hear what Cryoflare has planned for a machinima. And since you were most likely bored watching this, here's a little something that won't make you bored. Apparently, Cryoflare is planning on making this little number part of the ending of Soul of Destiny, or whatever it's going to be called. So, without further delay, here is your surprise!